Time to chill. Let's go ahead and do this chill session out here until dark. Rain or shine, we're going out. Back on these beautiful open waters out here. Check it out. Happy Saturday. I love this place, I really do. I love all the lands, period. I mean, I'm so happy right now. This is my first time out here this year. It's mid-May. But that's expected, you know. I mean, there have been many summers trying to get out, and it would be like 55 degrees right now. And the makeup would be late, you know. Everything would still be bright green. High sky, bright sun. We're blessed today. Rain or shine. Pop-up thunderstorms tonight. I had to come out, pay my respects to the land out here, you know. Sweet talking, that kind of thing. And I grabbed 4 garbage bags too. I'm headed back to a spot I need to clean up. I did clean up quite a bit like a year ago. But things like the backup, I know it's probably still clean, it probably is. But maybe I didn't have enough space for all the garbage. I think I got every last piece that I could. And then some. But all these little elbows, these little pool zones is where all this stuff likes to accumulate, you know. I think my main focus this summer should be, well, let's not say summer. Let's just say the entire year. I think the focus should be to clean up, you know. I mean, they have been giving us equalized rain, where it hasn't been like major storms enough to wash up the artifacts or anything like that, expose the artifacts. It's been nothing like that. It's been spotty rain showers, just like the perfect rain, just enough to nourish the landscape for a while. And then it circles back around again. I told him that before. We can't afford to have any droughts. No more droughts, please. And they got a good mix of everything out here. I mean, look at that blue sky right there. Knox Bridge Highway. That's a scary bridge for real, though. It is. That's a real scary bridge. What do I mean by that? Well, because it's extra thin. It's a thin bridge, and every time you got to cross that thing with a dump truck or a tractor trailer, that's when it gets scary. Or just any kind of vehicle, really. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to hate me when I drive across that bridge if you were behind me because I slow down big time. I don't think I go faster than like 30 miles an hour across that bridge if someone's coming on the other side, you know. We can't afford to be getting any kind of accidents. But I'm going to make a prediction. It's going to come true. It's probably already set in stone. That bridge is not going to be there after about the next 7 years. It's not. There's no way. Not saying that the vehicles are getting bigger. It's just development. That's it. Improvements in the landscape. That's the reason why I got to come out as much as possible to get in what I can get in. Because when they widen that thing, guys, when they widen that thing, they're going to be out here with all these cranes in the river. And they probably won't let you have access. They probably won't. They're going to have these cranes, whatever. And they're going to be out here for like a year. Pile drivers, concrete forms, whatever it takes to build a wider bridge, a more modern bridge. And I guarantee you that's coming soon. That thing is so outdated. It is. I wonder how many accidents they've had on that bridge, though. Or how many, let's just say like this, how many mirrors have been knocked off, you know? That's one thing they did make wider. These big trucks, these big pickup trucks, F-150s, whatever, with the extended mirror out on the side, you know, it goes out like 1.5 feet. At least the motorcyclists are safe. The slingshots, mopeds, whatever, go-karts, ATVs. Yeah, at least they're safe. Scary Brits for real. They got the waters up out here. I can tell. I can't see the building materials. You know, the rocks, the thousands of rocks out here, the little small ones, you know, the flat ones, the cool ones, the geometric ones. They got the waters up about 3.5, 4 feet. That's cool though. Hey, there goes the art piece right there, nature taking over. Can't remember how many pictures I took of, you know, close up of the artwork on it, you know, the rustic stuff. I mean, you could take that side panel. You could take that side panel right there. And you can turn it vertical like an office building or something like that with nothing but white walls. Make sure you don't have too many earth tones within the building itself, like where it stands. So the contrast really sticks out good. So you have lighter colors and bright light. And people will never stop looking at it. They never will. Trust me on that. That's how art works. Looks like we got our first piece. Oh, it's not a bottle. It's a log floating. The way they cut that thing, it looked like it was a bottle that was stuck out here, bobbing up and down. Look at that. At a certain angle, I thought I saw a bottle I was going to have to pick up. Laws of attraction out here. I'm attracted to picking up the garbage. Janitor of heaven. All right, I'm feeling better. I am. I'm not nervous anymore. I'm not. We're in that world famous spot. There's going to be a zillion kayaks out here later. As soon as people start watching my Da Vinci style videos about truth and everything, they are still here, and they should always still be here. Face has not been wiped away. There it is. And this time last year, I had a different iPhone. You know, when you zoom in, it's not that good with this one, but that's okay. It's a camera, isn't it? Very handsome indeed. It's almost like they're getting better looking. Watch them say, heck yeah, we are. All it just takes time. Man, this place. I don't want to ruin this place though, I don't. Because when you bring out the masses, when you bring out believers and stuff like that, that can become an issue out here. But I mean, if it's like religious symbols and figures and stuff out here, then they shouldn't be littering. If there was 150,000 people out here, you know, the Army Corps of Engineers, the police, all that kind of stuff, keep an eye on people. And it's party's own party in heaven, because everybody's going to want to come out to see the face. But the face of who? I mean, look at the light. That's their right side right there. Right side of their face. You got the perfect nose, the eyes, the goatee, the hair. I've highlighted them almost every time I've come out, making sure they're still here. But no one will ever notice them. If that's the game warden, I'm going to just go ahead and take them over there and say, look at their face. Here we go, ready for the waves. They were going slow when they were smaller boats, so the waves aren't going to be that perfect. They're probably just going to be just right. I mean, look at this. Check it out. Here we go. We're going to go up and down. At least we're not going to go all around. Oh, the waters of eternity. I absolutely love it. Like I told you before, once you get something that's, you know, that can float, you can go anywhere. You can. You can go anywhere in the world. It just takes time to get there. That's all it takes. Time. No matter how old it is or how long ago it was. It just takes time. Hey, look there. It's a human figure. They get their hands raised up, their arms raised up, because they're floating on the waves. Yes, indeed. That face has got to stick around forever. I don't know how long lichen moss lives, you know? I don't know. All I know is the closer I try to get, the more the illusion goes away. But it's anything and everything but an illusion. It's real. It's real. But I'm still trying to figure out which one it is, though. I mean, it could be Yeshua. I explained this like 2 years ago when I got that almighty powerful EVP out here. When I said, what if it's Muhammad? And someone said, he's your prophet. But that's the thing, though. I'm not religious. But I am a bit of everything. And I respect every last bit of it. And I try to help it out. He's your prophet. But I've never studied Islam. So how can Muhammad be my prophet? Gorgeous. Look what happened to the clouds. It's almost a full blue sky here. Look at the snow. It's snowing out here. That's crazy though, because I've always desired to try to come out in wintertime. You know, this is not a wintertime thing for me though. It's not getting out in a kayak with the winds being high. Hot winds, wind chills of like 30 degrees, 18. We're in the uniform, like the jacket and stuff like that. I mean, look at that. I said I always wanted to come out in wintertime. They just combined them both. They have wintertime out here in the late spring. Exactly what I've always wanted. What you know about that? Snowfall in spring. But it looks like snow and it's not snow. Or is it? I know what you guys want me to do. I know you want me to go back to that face over there and talk with them. I know you do. You want me to pray, talk, say hi, ask questions. I thought about it, but in many respects it really doesn't matter because I'm always out within it, you know? I could be 5 miles away and they would answer because they're here. Just as long as you know that they're here. They desire to be known. You can ask them anything. As long as you protect them, you know. Become a part of them out here. They want you to know. You need to know. You have to know. Because that's the last thing we need is for them to feel left out, feel forgotten, neglected, never seen. never hurt. Even a live human being, even animals, don't want to feel like that, you know. They don't want to feel neglected, unloved. But just because if you come out here and ask for a bunch of stuff doesn't mean you're always going to get it. They will give you what's right for you. But that's one thing they'll always try to give you is love. That's it. Main thing that they always try to give you is love. And you should do the same too. In return, no matter who it is. I mean, if that is Muhammad's face back there, it could be a combination of all of them to create a perfect face, you know? It could be a combination of all of them. And thus you can always talk to all of them at one single time. What a heavenly spot. Always smells good too. They always make sure that happens. Pick it up. We're nasty. I don't want to say this. I don't. I almost slipped up and said it, but you know. Oh, that's a piece of bark. Is it? Is it? Is it? No, it's a piece of styrofoam. Yeah, but it's almost like situations like that. Man, should I even say this? It's almost like it'll take an act of God to get it out. You know? Imagine how much I would have to be out there, how long I'd have to be out there to clean it up. With bag after bag. An act of God to clean it up. Oh boy. Reference picture. Hanging on to life. Sorry about my crazy A videos though, really. Oh no, the closer I get, the further it gets away. That's not good. I know it's the waves. There's a plastic Mountain Dew bottle right there. It's the tasty kind. The cherry or whatever it is. Maybe they're trying to move it over here to the access point. That's exactly what they're doing. It was stuck over here and I couldn't get in there. What are they doing? It is expanding. They're screaming at each other. Why? Look at the bait. Look at the kind of day it is. Why don't you look up at the sky? That'll keep you from screaming at each other. Sounds like we got a lot of boats coming by. A lot of them. Endless summer camp. I have a spider on my head. I'm waiting for him to crawl on the hand so I can get him off. One of those baby ones. See, they had the right idea right here. Someone stacked up some rocks. I tell you that every time I come out, every time I see all this kind of stuff, it puts me in a mood to build something. See, I don't know about this. This flaking here. I'm trying to be careful not to break it. Last thing I need is a 90-pound rock to fall into the kayak, you know. Water has a tendency to be extremely deep around places like this. I can't remember it being like this though. All it takes is a little bit of freezing. I don't know if it was more solid through here though, you know. I can't remember. Like people came by with a chisel and they chiseled it off to make some kind of structure that you can hunker down under. Maybe I need to go back and look at some of my old videos out here and try to see if this thing was more full, more complete right here. I gotta get some painting pictures. Let me go ahead and do that thing. That's an art piece right there. Hold on. I just took some art pictures, that's it. I'm looking at all this. It's weird being under here. Millions of years of geologic evolution right here. Good thing it's light underneath. Imagine if this thing tipped over. Imagine if there was a flood that came through. We would be trapped under here, no way out. Pressed up against the roof of it. Very cool indeed. Very nice shelter. But it came from up there. This is what created the overhang up there. I'm going to refocus my train of thought when it comes to accomplishing something today. I know I'm still going to try to get up to these places up here and get some of the garbage. That's what the bags are for. You're going to say, Da Vinci, you work too much. Why don't you just sit back and enjoy your time, you know? And I got to think about that. At least for the rest of my life, you know, accomplishing stuff. I told you about the, hold on, make sure no one's coming. Why, I don't know. It sounds like there's more coming. Yeah, but no, I was talking about a sense of accomplishment when it comes to quantity. Maybe I got to think about that too. Because the quantity of love and happiness, you know, if I just focus on trying to enjoy the moment, even in one single spot, and the quantity is very deep, monumental, countless, every minute, every second of it, if I try to enjoy it, and I do enjoy it, and I focus on enjoying it, will that make me feel accomplished? Because I filled every single minute with enjoyment. Every single second, millisecond, hour. Will that make me feel accomplished? I mean, if I sat here in this one spot and took in every single detail and said, I'm going to enjoy this floating in front of my face. I'm going to enjoy the colors of the waves, the reflections of them. I'm going to pick up this leaf and enjoy it. The smell of something. The sounds of something. The sounds of each bird. The sounds of each insect. And it kept going exponentially. I would definitely say that would make me feel accomplished. Clean us up. We're nasty. take them to the bank. Look how clean it is out here. I mean, it's like when dirt's not really dirt, you know? Imagine if you had a backyard pond with this in it. I mean, the dirt's not even dirty, but it's not dirt. Wash your hands in that. Yeah, the waters are way back. That's cool. Gotta get my butt up out of this thing for the first time in like 2 hours. Ancient. Gotta be careful though. I mean, these fire ants out here like to bite. I'm looking. I see something. I know it's just trash. Got the dog leash. Yeah, it's impossible to walk in these flip-flops, man. I've never been a fan of flip-flops. They don't stay on the feet. Danger zone. Used to always find cool things in this kind of place right here. Found a couple of balls. Found a rubber ducky too, like 4 years ago. You see one of the large brown things, let me know. Flake. Flaked off. Yeah, that would expose the treasure in a heartbeat. It would. If I try to hide some coins in there, it'd expose the treasure. Drop it out. A lot of green things though. No, I'm just assessing the location. For what? I don't know. Yeah, don't you worry, I'm about to get it. I just want to make sure it's safe. Let me get this thing. This thing might be the one that goes up into the woods. A soul. Find this 900 years from now. Dang, they wore that thing to heaven and back. It's even got a code on it. R694. Boy, they wore that thing all over the place. They got great use out of that. They got their money's worth. Really. But look at those X's. Slippage. What's up, B? How's it going? I'm about to clean your place up. Go ahead and write it down and take note. Because good things are about to happen. Well, in your general location, that is. There used to be a lot of garbage out here. It probably just got pushed up, you know. It'll probably develop even worse out here. When the waters go back down, it'll be exposed even more. No curled up water moccasins or, the kind of mouse. Man. I made it practically underneath the power lines right here. The ones that stretch out, well, I'm almost there. I'm not going to make it that far. It's too dangerous. You guys crazy. Besides, I can't walk that far in these shoes. I'm just trying to get these things. I know snakes can be underneath, sticking their heads out. Looking around doesn't mean they're going to strike. It's already 4 o'clock. I need to enjoy whatever time I can out here, before the weekend goes bye-bye again. And it's back to the office for 16 to 20 hours a day. You're going to say, you crazy working those kind of hours. Well, it's the balance of my life. They know I love working. And that's the quantity of everything that makes me feel accomplished. Yeah, because my job is based off, numbers. It is. My job is based off of numbers. I'm trying to see what kind of artwork this has on it. See if it's worth recovering to display. Maybe add some color to it. Well, it's probably worth a picture or two. It's all the same tone. Nothing else. Yeah. Looks like we might have something moving in. I'm not sure. It's got the haziness behind the fat clouds. Dang, I can't get it right. It's weird with this piece of art. I'm trying to get as many pictures as possible. Ones I can work on later, It's crazy though, because it's almost like it's already fuzzy and pixelated. Let them dry off so they can fly away. Come on, guy. Come on. I don't want to bang you off like a headbanger. Here we go. Don't crawl back in the water. Dry off so you can fly off. Oh, they're trying. Da Vinci style. Ain't nothing like saving lives. Heck yeah. You would want a ship to stop for you, wouldn't you, if you were in that predicament? Wouldn't you? So that's what I'm going to do. You know what? I haven't taken many pictures today. I don't think I've taken one. I think it's about time. Well, I've taken those of the rocks back there, underneath to get the paintings, to capture the painting. But this definitely deserves a picture right here. I got to play with the contrast a little bit. Got to get those pictures in. Just like if I took 1,000 pictures in one spot right here, I would definitely be feeling accomplished. Who knows what's on this island right here? Besides the cute wildlife. Probably dangerous ones too. The deer love it on this island right here. They like to hang out. Hold on. I'm trying to get this garbage up. I mean, this all used to be land 80 years ago. Until things were settled down. Who knows what was settled down underneath it. Where are they pushing me to? Just in case, so the deer don't eat it. And the beavers too. Sorry about my raspy voice. I've been not under the weather. I've just been talking too much at work. Training somebody. I'm on vacation after next week. And we got 2 new employees that I've been having to train. So I've been talking all day. I mean, not all day, but 4 days this week, non-stop. Surprised I'm able to talk today. Ah, beautiful. It's like we just got transplanted into it. Heaven. I say that word about every 5 minutes of my videos now. Well, because I'm always looking for it. That's why. And we always find it, but it needs a lot of help. Why are they pushing me backwards though? Can't gain my balance. There was something else that the deer need help with. Oh yeah, that thing. And that thing up here. Oh, almost flipped over. This isn't working. But we have to make it work. Man, that thing's been there for a while. It's under the roots, under the vines. Heck yeah. Alright. Chill session. Going to take up a lot of space. But it's worth it. Yeah, dang. I'm just going to do what I can. There's no getting out of this. I know it's like 10 feet deep right here. Probably a little bit less. But the garbage is abundant out here. It's like I have to wait until they clear out the spot. The waters. Clean it out. There's no way I can get all this. Even in the kayak, I can't get it. Let alone get out and put it in the garbage bag. There ain't no getting out. Keep it. Nothing but a child. It's got a face on it. Can't throw that away. Because of that one reason. A lot of places that need to be cleaned up along the side over here. There's no way. Don't even have the space. What I need is a barge, a boat. Maybe we can ask them to borrow the one down here for the dredging, you know? That would be cool. But the waters might be too shallow for it up here. There were a couple of spots down here almost made me drop the G word in the wrong way, you know. It's a little bit scary looking. I mean, it's scary when you're in a kayak or a boat. What the heck was that? Behind us. But I mean, if you're already in it, it's not scary if you're swimming. But there were a couple of spots back there that almost made me drop the F-bomb. You know, you just sink on the inside. You just sink on the inside because you know you can't get in this way too much. Quite the hobby indeed. I mean, you get to look at stuff like this. It's like everybody's backyard right here. Wonderful. But you know, there's reasons why you never hear me say certain things in my videos. Like use the Almighty's name in vain. And the other ones too. You know, like out of frustration. Like I never used the word God in vain or towards anything negative, to be linked to anything negative, because they are literal out here. They take things personally. All of them do. Just like when a friend of yours might say, Jesus Christ, stop it, when they use their name towards negativity due to anger or something. But that's by design. It is. By the angry one out here, the devil. If you don't think they exist, you're wrong. They do. It's a different kind of energy. Different kind of balance out here. Same with the other side, though. I mean, there's a lot of things that you should not say, but you say it every single day. Billions of people. God this, God that. But you should always say it positively. Or when it has to do with something positive, not negative. I don't want to say this, so I don't. Because, you know, I know them quite well. And they know who I am. So I might as well just go ahead and say it. Don't take this too personal when I say it. I'm just giving examples, Almighty. I am. To try to help them out, to understand. Things to say and things not to say. Like, don't say certain things like if your kid was bugging you in the car. Or if a friend of yours was acting all crazy in the club or something like that. Don't say, God, stop it. Or someone's close to you that you don't like a bully at school or something like that. No, it's a lame excuse. I mean, a lame example. Like it's 1993 or something. Don't say, God, get away. God, just go away. You see what I mean? Listen to how that sounds. God, just go away. Jesus Christ, just go away. They're literal. And you got to be careful what you say. Please, you got to listen to this video. Don't do that anymore. They take things literally. Don't say things like that. Because they'll take it personally. They might think that you don't love them. There's nothing worse than somebody saying something like that. You know? Put yourself in their shoes. What if you were JC? What if you were one of the others? What if you were? Put yourself in God's shoes. the Almighty and Mother Nature. And what if someone told you to get out of here? What if someone told you to get away, go away? How would you feel? They do get their feelings hurt. And also when it comes to stuff like this, they get their feelings hurt. Hope you take that advice hardcore. But this video is probably never going to reach the masses of humans. No one ever watches my videos. And they're the most powerful videos you could ever imagine. Ever uploaded to YouTube. Dang, why does it have a string around it? Oh, it's a fake fishing thing. Man, that took a while. Let me look at that. Crazy. It's not like I work in the city. In that I demand to be out here, to get away from it. Something about this though. Nothing like being within it. That took a while. These fishing things. Cheating. I mean, think about it though. You spread out like 5 of these things out here. Did that expire? Doesn't have an expiration date. Expiration date. Man, it's got something in it. Let's hope it's not bleach. That would be a disaster to the environment. Yeah, but think about it though. When you do this kind of thing, you had 6 of these things out here. Or if you had the ones hanging off the branches, and you come back and say, I caught a fish. You're not the ones that caught the fish. The tree did. You let the tree hang on to the line. You put it in their hands. You gave the tree a chance to go fishing. They're the ones who caught it, not you. You don't need to take the credit. I mean, think about that though. You pick up the fish that you didn't catch and you said you caught a fish because you put something out. You tied up a line on a tree or something, on a branch, saying you caught the fish. I caught a fish. No, you didn't. You give that credit to the tree. The bush, whatever it is, they get the credit. They're the ones who bob their arms up and down to attract the fish with vibrations, the frequency. They know what it's like to fish. They do. You taught them. Oops, there's a fishing spotter. Yeah, but you taught them how to fish. You gave them the opportunity to fish. You were like the dad to them, the father. So you let them hang on to the line with their own pole out here. Watch me put my arm on a snake. Yeah, let me grab this thing right quick. Man. I'm trying to get to a spot where I can get out and load the garbage up into the garbage bag. I won't feel accomplished unless I fill up at least 1 or 2. And these things are big. Silence. Man, why can't work days go by this quickly? You know? It's already 6:30. How? Why can't work days go by this quickly? It's going to be dark before you know it. I'll be headed home, eating at 10:30. Never had enough time to do anything. Silence. Trying to get this thing right here. I know the ducks would appreciate it. The husband and wife combo back there. Hey, there's more things up here. Crazy the things I do. At least I did something with whatever little time I had. Is there a giant fishing spotter inside of it? I don't see one. I know there's about 3 other places around the boat dock, the boat ramp, that are just filled to the brim with all sorts of craziness. I'm trying to pull myself closer to this thing. It's caught. There we go. That's better. Hope you like my heaven cleaning videos. I know they're not much, but it should be a lot more, really. You already know what I'm after. That thing right there. Hey, I don't even have to get out of the boat, the kayak, to get it. And the ducks have probably been trying to get this thing out of here forever, or trying to tell somebody. They've probably been out there by the river trying to wave people down, you know. Look, this is in our habitat. Please get it out of here. We don't need the young ones to see it. We don't. Where they at? Look, they're in love. Look at that. Let me go and get out of their habitat. They're cute. Backwards. I don't think I have time to clean that nasty spot. There's a lot of nasty spots around here, though. It's like that's all I do for the past few years is just find nasty places to clean up. And it's nearly impossible because it takes a lot of time. It's not like I have a boat. Even if I did have a boat, where would I put it? I don't have a place for it. You always got to have something to do something else. It's not that easy when it comes to life. Ain't nothing like cleaning it up. Yeah, there's nowhere to get out. Even right here, it's up to the waist. Right here. Dang. I was hoping I can get up there and get those bottles, those plastic bottles. There's no way to get out on the bank right here. The entire length of it. Trying to scare me out here. Yeah, it's weird. It's like there's no way you can get out. I mean, I've been tried over here. I was hoping to grab those bottles though. It takes a lot to get bottles that high. And you know the waters don't get that high here that often. I mean that high. That often. Probably once every 5 years it reaches that high. Which means what? They got some old bottles up there, probably. Could be Coke bottles, whatever. I don't think you can grab them, though. It's illegal. I think it's that thing way up there. It's like a computer monitor. If that's a styrofoam disc way the heck up there, that means the deer probably carried it that high. Man, I'm just going to get out of here and continue my cleaning efforts. There's too many of these places. Way too many. I mean, there's like 7 bottles right there. But one of those backup low zones is right over here. That goes up the hillside. I almost don't want to go take a look, because I know what it looks like. 2 bags worth, probably. Well, might as well get out and start. One step at a time. One place at a time. For real, though. Who knows? Why can't I find something major? No, I'm not talking about artifacts. I'm talking about, like, majorly artistic pieces. You know? I mean, the flat pieces of plastic, the panels and stuff. I'm always looking for them things, but I had this idea. I mean, here's one right here, but I don't know if it's doable with anything. Part of a roof, roofing material. Man, there could be snakes curled up in places like this, though. It's already like 7:09. Look at the size of that bottle. At least I got the grabbers. I think I see a toy. Like a toy car, like right there. Yeah, let me go ahead and get to this right here. This is going to take an eternity to clean up the full length of these places. Might have to do it again tomorrow. Bottles all the way up there, too. There's like 10 of them. You talk about a sense of accomplishment when it comes to quantity. Yeah, every time I see these flattened bottles, the plastic ones, and they had this silt and stuff on them, inside and out. Time itself, the soil colors. And I thought about, like, collecting a whole bunch of them. As long as they're flat, you know. And I can make something out of them. You know, like my own plastic paneling. And you just let the light come through from the other side. You know. That would look nice. It would. Modern and contemporary. Guided by nature. Hey, there's a blue stripe. They're so literal. The blue stripe. Hey, these are old dumping grounds probably. There's metal crap right here. Stuff is everywhere. Seriously though. What does it really take to get waters this high? This is like 12 feet right here. Here's the collection line right here. Glass, plastic. Look at that stash. Man. I mean, seriously, what does it take for the lake to back up this high? Nothing like that accomplishment. If I can get 2 bags, that would be heavenly. This one's almost full right here. You know, I don't want to look all, too crazy out here, but there's a bunch of glass out here. The oldest stuff is going to be up here, though. I mean, there's baby food bottles, all sorts of stuff up here. I think someone already made it up here, though. looking for glass bottles and stuff. But I'm going to be leaving the glass. I have to. It's a different kind of time stamp. And it'll last a good long time too, as long as it doesn't get broken. Yeah, it's a different kind of nature though, you know? Because it is part of nature, just a different way. What is that? Cool. Hey, it's an old four-wheeler road right here. There's the dip. Yeah. Let me go ahead and keep on going. Clock is ticking. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Got the giant glass bottles out here too. The ones from like the 70s and 80s. This is high. This is way high. Hey, it still has a top on it. Leave it there. It's going to get covered up, and next thing you know, you're going to be looking for that thing 7,000 years from now. Yeah. Glass is nature, just a different representation of the sand, melted. I gotta get going. Well, I'm going to still work. I got 3% left on the battery. I'm just going to keep on working. But check it out. I think I have meshes in the bottle right here. I took off the top, and I couldn't get it out, but it looks like it's wrapped up in something. I don't think that's a label. It's folded up paper. I could be wrong though. I think it's just a piece of cardboard. Dang it. Wish it was something more. Looking a whole lot better. Quite the scene right here. I mean, you got the grass. Beautiful. Gotta be careful with the garbage though. You know the armadillo like to look around like we do. And they dig for things. Unlike us, you know, we're not allowed to. And the deer dig for things too. So we don't want them to get their hands on this, their jaws or anything, you know. Beautiful though. Don't ask. Man. Either it gets pushed back up here or it comes from somewhere else. It looks like it might get pushed back up here. This high. This high. And there's a baseball down there. Probably some prospect from Lake Point hit that thing this far. Man. Grab the plastic. Let's get going. 8 o'clock. That's the best I can do. A few 100 feet. And a few 100 bottles. I know there's going to be more. I'm kind of afraid to ask for help though. But you should know why. Because it makes me worried about who's going to try to help. And I'm not talking about the humans. If they see that I'm having trouble and it's going to take a long time to clean this stuff up, wherever I go, they actually might try to help. Who knows what might happen then? I mean, I don't know. I mean, should I ask for help? You already know how high they can get. No pun intended. See you in the next video. Boy, am I ever going to look so crazy. like I always do.